Hello everyone, this is Cruncher with Team Complexity Gaming, and today I'll be doing a PvT and how you open Phoenix against Terran. This is a game I played just today actually, and it's against Dignitas Show for a best of 7. So, we both open normal, nothing unusual, scouting around. Now, one thing when you want to open Phoenix is that you can't just do it blindly. And one reason why I opened Phoenix this game is because of what I see he makes inside his base. So, I gas steal. I almost always do this because it gives me a second chance to peek inside his base with my probe and check out his buildings. Back at my base, nothing unusual, just typical gateway, cyber core, gas after mega core. Alright, so I see his marines are attacking my simulator. So soon I'll send my probe in and just scatter around his base. And as you see, I see extremely fast starport. So this means a few things. One, he's rushing for Cloak Banshee, which I doubt because he's low on gas, so it's going to cost him a lot to pump out Banshees and Cloak. And second, he's also making more barracks. So, most likely some kind of aggression with Hellions and Medivacs. So as soon as I say starport, I throw down a Stargate. Typically you want to do 2 or 3 gates and just pump out mostly Zealots with a few Stalkers and maybe 1 or 2 sentries for the Guardian Shield. Okay, and one thing I want to mention is when you see a factory open like this and you know or think he's making a Hellion, you always want to block your ramp like this. Just 2 units. Hold position. He can't scout your base. Extremely important. If he did scout my base and he saw my Stargate, he would have been able to put up an engineering bay, make Vikings instead of Medivacs, and just counter me straight away. But something simple like this, he can't scout. And I try to pick off the Hellion and do some more damage. Okay, so typically you want to wait until you have 2 or 3 Phoenix before you start harassing, because 1 Phoenix is just for scouting, because you can't kill anything with 1 Phoenix against Terran. So you just save your Chrono Boost and Chrono Boost out a bunch of Phoenix. Alright, so this is the time, and this is one great thing about Phoenix, is deflecting drops like this. As you see, this drop we've done quite a bit of damage. Well, actually doesn't have stim, but it still have done some damage, and it's just good that things like this is why Phoenix are so good. Great scouting, denying drops, denying harassing. As you see, just chase him, pick off his medevac, go straight to his base. Now, ideally, you'd want to pick off SCVs, because in the long run, if the game lasts longer than a couple minutes, SCVs are more important. But in a short span game, Mules provide way more because they provide, they're equal to about 3 SCVs for how long they live. So at this point, early on, I pick off the Mule because I want his economy to suffer, so he's unable to throw up an engineering bay, throw up a command center, put down more barracks, pump Marines, pump Vikings. So I just want to hurt his economy as fast as possible, so I could get my economy starting and going up and get my expansion running. So I pick off that Mule, and I scout his base to see, alright, nothing I have to worry too much about. Just go in, keep harassing, ping off a unit here and there, and Phoenix just give you pure map control. There's no way he can even scout me besides doing stuff like this, or using a scan, and I have full scouting on him the entire time. Now, as you see, Phoenix are incredibly good against air units like Vikings. You just fly by, auto attack and kill a Viking or medevac in a few shots. So I see he's expoing, and I'm expoing too. And I throw in a robo facility because while Phoenix and Gateway units are good, and you do good harass with them, you have to have some kind of splash damage against bio, and Phoenix provide the perfect unit composition with Colossi because Terran's counter to Colossi are Vikings, and a Phoenix versus Viking is pretty even. So if you make a bunch of Phoenix against his Vikings and you kill his Vikings with your Phoenix, your Colossi are just going to destroy his ground army. So that's why you see a lot of people go to Stargate, Mass Phoenix with Colossi. As you see, I'm just keep on harassing, picking off Marines, Vikings, SCVs, just making sure that he's A, staying in his base, B, isn't doing anything too risky, and isn't overextending himself by grabbing expos and stuff. So back at my base, I'm teching 2 Colossi eventually in a second. I'll throw down a Robo Bay and start getting Colossi soon. And just macroing up, make sure I have my gas. And I keep on making Phoenix because he doesn't have a critical mass of Marines where Phoenix are useless. As you see, he has trouble just defending against the harass with his Marines. His stem is just going to finish in a second, but I've done so much damage with my Phoenix, killed so many stuff, and just delayed its expo. And this time, I'm just throwing out gateways. So if we speed up a little bit, I see in the economy, I'm way ahead in the economy. Just the Phoenix harass is excellent against hurting the Terran's economy. And as you see, he's also worried about me killing SCVs, so he can't harass, he can't push. And typically, at this time, is when Terran going to drops, load up a medevac, put the medevac back here, kill a pylon, kill some SCVs, while double attacking in your front expo. But he can't do that because I just have complete control of the map with these Phoenix. So my Robo Bay is finishing, and I'm going to make a Colossi soon. And I'm still just running in, picking off Vikings, Marines, medevacs, anything I can grab out. And I see his army consists of pretty much a small bio with a few medevacs, and it's nothing my Colossi Gateway can handle. So this time, he tries to push me more out of desperation than anything, just because I'm delaying him so much. And this is the nice thing about Phoenix, is that once you finish harassing and scouting with them, you just lift up half his army, and you can pick off units, disable them, and just pick them off, as you see I do. And then you can stem, run back, defend his units, and just keep lifting stuff up. As you see, Phoenix kills medevacs, they take care of any Vikings if he makes any, and they still have use even after they finish killing off their units. Now this time, the composition you want to go for is just Colossi with Phoenix. I'm so far ahead economically, as you see in the food count. I'm up almost 30 food. So, my army is double his. And it's just because my harass and scouting were excellent, and I was able to keep my bay in his base. And this is the last push. Just come in and wipe him up. Relax back there. That's okay. As you see, my Phoenix are doing great against his Vikings, taking shots from for the Colossi. And Vikings actually do bonus against Colossi, which is why they counter them so hard. But they don't against Phoenix, which is nice because Phoenix don't take the extra damage, but they take up shots from the Vikings, so they just last longer than the Colossi do, and they're way more efficient and cheap to soak up damage and make an extra Colossi. So that's how you play Phoenix opening against Terrans. And of course, you just gotta remember that if you open Phoenix, you gotta make sure you scout his base and react properly. If he's going for some huge Marine push, you obviously don't want 10 Phoenix against 30 Marines. So just make sure you scout and check his base out, make sure he's not countering your Phoenix too quickly. And thanks for watching.